I fucking hate how stupid everyone is. This is a dumb video. BRICS takes over. India's plan to dethrone the dollar. I wrote, total bullshit. This isn't the beginning of the end at all. It's the beginning of a pathetic attempt to dethrone the dollar that will end in failure. And then CP writes, you bet, when trust is gone, currency suffers. And so I had to write back, China is already trading in the Saudi Arabia and yuan. The world has funded the US debt for too long. And I had to point out that only an increase in the velocity of money can drive inflation, and that it takes consumer demand for goods and services for prices to actually come up. In essence, prices only come up when the demand for goods and services exceeds the ability for the market to produce them. So when the balance sheets, when China trades with Saudi Arabia in yuan, that does literally nothing to the value of my currency when it tries to purchase goods within my own country, and the U.S. produces plenty on its own that it doesn't need foreigners for, so its value on the forex market is not particularly relevant. Anyways, they write back, cool, stay in your delusion, and I have to write back, you call me delusional, but, and then somebody else writes, yeah, that's the problem with the U.S., they have no sense of history, to which all I can say back is, wow, this person is projecting yet again, and they're rushing to assumptions about me because I happen to be a member of the United States. Well, here's some history. India and China have been to war with each other multiple times, and they will be again very soon. They have massive border disputes with each other over some of their regions, and you can look all of this up. It's all publicly available information in geopolitics, which means, and also, in addition, you call me delusional, but you're engaged in psychological projection. I live in the real world, the BRICS boosters live in a fantasy one. They're the only delusional ones here. The truth is, the geopolitics of the BRICS nations mean that they have already failed in their primary objective. Right now, the Indian intelligence services managed to convince the Taliban to go to war with Pakistan and are closing in on them from both directions. India will soon be liberated from its biggest enemy, which frees them up because they have a massive border dispute with China and only a temporary ceasefire. They'll be ready to go to war with China. Tensions are rising between the two biggest players in this currency union. Once the new Indo-Chinese war starts, any hope for the BRICS Plus nations will burn to ash. You're projecting, and anyone who happens to disagree with me about this one, you've suffered a psychotic break with reality, and I suggest you call for immediate psychological help and Invega therapy, because if you disagree with my perspective on your perspective on this one, your perspective is at best warped, and you need help. I am absolutely certain I'm right, so anybody who disagrees with me is necessarily suffering a psychotic break from reality. My point of view about this, from any dissent, is mere psychosis, and the person who is disagreeing with me needs help. Please get some, and get yourself on some medication, because I'm sorry, if you think the BRICS countries have any hope of succeeding, you have completely lost touch with reality.